A strong foundation early in life is critical to lifelong success. That is why NEAS runs the SAS Nadsadle Little Bear Aboriginal Head Start program. The program is delivered out of the NEAS head office in Fort St. John, and over 40 children and their parents participate in receiving the curriculum of Aboriginal culture, language, heritage, and well-being. The program is funded in part by Health Canada and the province of British Columbia.
We've taken a holistic approach to education, and we're looking at lifelong learning. We want to involve elders in developing our programs and being there for children. The elders need to be connected with the children.
I just find without that language and culture, the child's missing a huge part of who they are. Just their identity of who they are and that self-esteem, really, to let them know that, be proud of who they are.
I love coming here because I like to teach them. And I want them to be smart. I want them to be talented, so they could have a good job.
They just love Cookham. They just can't wait. They know exactly what day that Cookham's coming in. So they just love having Cookham in the centre, and the children have come a long ways with their culture, and their self-esteem is shot right high. We really gear them to school readiness, so they're doing circle, they're doing arts and crafts.
The steps that they're using here, I carry out at home as well. Because there's a lot of times where the parents aren't working with them at home, so it makes it harder for the teachers at school. I'm going to the literacy program. I have that time in the afternoon. When Logan's here, I have time to go work at my schooling and better my schooling.
Rather than just a Band-Aid approach, we're delving in, looking at preventative measures, preventative programs. We wouldn't have the issues that we have today with our learners coming out without a grade 12 if we did this years ago. We need to work with parents, we need to be able to work with the children, build up their self-esteem, so when they hit kindergarten, they're ready to roll.
The mandate of the Aboriginal Head Start program is to foster the spiritual, intellectual, and physical growth of the child, inspiring them to become lifelong learners and leaders in their community. Parents and guardians play a critical role as the main teachers and caregivers, and play a key role in planning, development, operation, and evaluation of the program. Because of the program, parents are often able to further their own education. The Aboriginal Infant and Childhood Development Program offered by NEAS provides preventative measures to high school students and proactive support for Aboriginal families that have children between birth and 6 years of age who are at risk for or who have a developmental delay, language delay, fetal alcohol syndrome disorder, or other special situations. The Aboriginal Infant Development Program provides in-house and outreach playgroups that include nutritional snacks, story time, creative arts, free play, and social interaction with other children and families.
We have Darlene Conley, and she goes out to each community once a week, sets up learning environments, she brings up materials, she has different activities that she does with the groups as well as nutrition, but it's getting them ready for even Aboriginal Head Start, preparing them, you know, why is it important to read to your children, you know, and preventative measures for even the young moms that are maybe not even pregnant yet, but you know, if you're going to be pregnant, should you be drinking, should you be smoking? No. You know, these kinds of things are problems that our children have to carry forward, and then it sets them back, you know, in their schooling, in their lives. And it's harder, you know, dealing with this after the fact. It's better to think about it before you're pregnant and to think of the impact that that'll have on your child.
The Rising Spirit Aboriginal Youth Centre provides free youth and family enhancement programming, such as tutorial services, Visions Youth Group, and more. The centre provides a safe place for youth to spend time, explore opportunities, and deal with the issues of being a teen.
I just remember me being in high school and in elementary school and having somebody that I looked up to, and knowing that that person believed in me kind of gave me the drive to stay in school and to achieve. Knowing that they believed in me really inspired me to do better. It's different when somebody else looks at you and says, I believe in you. And when I say that to other people, I know that they don't hear it as often as they should, so it's nice that I can provide, I can give back.
For the families that attend regularly and really engage with the material, we do see just a closeness that develops within the family. It just kind of brings the family together a little bit more, helps the parents to feel supported, and then helps the kids know how to communicate what they're going through with their parents and kind of builds some trust.
The youth center is open as a youth employment assistance office for resume making, job skills. We have a job board and fax, telephone, computers, so that they can kind of access the workforce, and we are available for them to help them. The programs are for the kids that want something to do, and by having such a diverse group of activities, we target a lot of different youth in the community. It's not just the ones that need help in school, it's the ones that are creative, it's the ones that need something to do on any given night, it's the ones that want a hot meal. There definitely is challenges with every job, especially in a town, with a lot of youth. We really strive to make it safe in this environment. So when they come off the street, it's a safe environment. They're warm, there's food, there's people that they can trust. There's always that place for them, like they belong, and they feel like they belong.
Dealing with some of the clients themselves sometimes can be a challenge. A lot of the youth that we deal with in Fort St. John are the youth that really need services and are going through a lot themselves, a lot of personal struggle. So we have issues of homelessness, kids that aren't in school, hunger issues, kids that are unemployed. Just a lot of different things come into play there, and there's drug and alcohol issues that come around because of that. So sometimes that can be a challenge, but I think that's why it's so important that we are here providing all these services to really help support those kids. And we have seen some really good progress with some of the ones that come in regularly and that we've been able to kind of reach out to.
Some of the successes that I've been a part of at RSA have been obviously the programs. When I first came here, I knew there was a need for the youth group and started it, and I think this tonight will be probably around our 60th session. That in itself is a success, I know that I'm doing something that the kids enjoy coming to because they keep coming back. We organize the career fair. We go to Fort Nelson, Fort St. John, and Dawson Creek, and it's just so nice to see all the youth in one area, seeing the kids talk to, really asking them questions because they're interested in that type of a career. That's a success. It's constantly growing, there's always new youth to, be welcomed.
The programs have seen amazing success with helping Aboriginal youth set the right path in life and get set on their career path through a variety of programs and events.